خلاص هانت. ما انا برضو مش فاهمه له اكله على المهببه دي.
ما انا كنت بجيب لك الحاجه اللي انت عايزاها فرحت وقعت على وشي.
كل مره اطلب منك حاجه تتغشمي بالطريقه دي.
ما تفكرينيش بقى.
Thanks for taking care of me.
بطلي هبل. I'm your older sister. وبعدين مش اول مره يعني. انت نسيتي يوم فرحي لما وقفتي على الترابيزه وقعدتي ترقصي؟
ما تقلبيش عليا المواجع.
بذمتك شربتي كام ازازه بيره يوميها؟
ثانيه بقى. I was trying to make you and Osiris a special brew for your wedding and I needed to test it before I offered it to you. Needless to say, backfired hard.
ده انت كنتي ماشيه متطوحه. حتى لما وقعتي فضلتي مزخزخه على روحك من الضحك.
مش عملت لكم جو في الفرح؟ اي خدمه.
ماشي يا ستي. خلاص والله هانت. بس انت عارفه ابنك ده نسخه منك. Sometimes he reminds you of how you used to be before you married Seth.
عارفه. وعشان كده I'm keeping a close eye on him.
خفي عليه شويه ده لسه صغير برضه.
لسه صغير ايه؟ هو خلاص كبر ولازم يتعلم المسؤوليه. Someday when you're blessed with a child you'll understand.
انا بس شايفه انك تسيبيه يعيش حياته يعني. زي ما قلتي بكره يكبر ومسؤوليته هتكتر والايام دي ما بتتعوضش.
مش عارفه بقى. I don't know what to do anymore.
طب اقول لك ايه؟ انا جات لي فكره. Isn't today his birthday? Let's throw him a birthday party.
انسي خالص. انت فاكره ان دي حاجه هتبسطه؟ هو دلوقتي في سن الرزاله. مش عايز غير صحابه وبس.
But trust me it'll be fun. انا هخلي أوسايرس يظبطها. وانتي مش عليكي غير تقولي ساعة انه يجي. هو برضو محتاج يفك شويه.
I'll try. بس هو مش طايق نفسه اليومين دول.
باين عليه. Has he even seen your injury?
Healing isn't really his thing, it's yours. Besides, it's just a small cut, no big deal.
Is everything okay between you two?
Yes, everything's fine. Why do you ask?
It's just مش مهم.
لا قولي.
Ever since your husband came back from Upper Egypt, he's been acting a bit differently. He seems colder, more distant. قافل على نفسه كده.
He spent months defending the border. It's expected that he'd be tired and drained.
أنا عارفة. But this time is different. He won't even look at me or Cyrus in the eye. He doesn't pay attention to you when you get hurt.
انتي مكبرة الموضوع قوي يا Isis. Seth loves to play games with our feelings, but he's fine and so is our marriage.
ماشي خلاص. I was just checking up on you, that's all. كنتش قصدي حاجة.
عارفة.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Cyrus, my love.
What happened to you, Nev?
Oh, just me being clumsy as usual. I got scraped by some doors while collecting herbs for Isis's bed.
Some things never change.
And other things do, it would seem. أنا بس هو أنت ما غيرتش من امبارح؟
الباشا ما روحش أصلاً امبارح.
إيه؟
قول لأمك كنت بتعمل إيه؟
حبيبتي إيه؟
ما عادش حاجة. It's just AUC friend.
All night?
Yes, all night.
Which friends were you with? Tell me their names.
Happy, Sobek. Every time انت عارفاهم يعني.
Do these friends of yours normally wear lipstick?
What? Friends pull pranks on each other all the time.
أعمل فيك إيه؟ روح شوف ابنك اللي ما شافش الباقي ده.
لبس تهزيقة محترمة وإحنا جايين في الطريق. ووعدني مش هعمل كده تاني. صح حصل.
I saw that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're not just his father, you're also the king. You need to set a good example.
مش هينفع نفضل واقفين على دماغه كده. He's a kid. He needs to make his own mistakes and learn from them.
We won't always be here to guide him. We need to do what's necessary to make sure he can make it in this world. مش كل مرة أسيبه يبات عندك تسيبه يتصرمح. I know you want to be his friend, but what he needs right now is a parent.
عندك حق. I'll talk to him.
Tonight.
ماشي. Go home and wash up, Anubis. I'll meet you there in a bit so we can talk about your feelings.
Great.
Leaving so soon.
Actually, I was right on cue.
I may not be your father, but I am still entitled to your respect.
I don't owe you anything.
That boy needs discipline.
Seth. I thought you were staying home today.
And miss time with the family? Isis. Osiris.
Seth, it's good to see you. How have you been?
Oh, you know. Raised a couple of storms, started and ended a couple of fights. And I
عاوز أقول لك فعلا. I keep hearing about how you led the charge against Ra's enemies on the front lines. Your bravery is an inspiration to our people.
And yet nobody greeted me at the gates when I arrived home. غريبة مش كده?
The day you arrived, Osiris and I had an important council meeting.
Oh, of course you did. So, tell me, what was the meeting about? I feel I deserve to know, at least. ولا إيه?
We discussed the harvest and spoke of your triumph.
Did you decide on what to do with our armies?
مش احنا قفلنا الموضوع ده خلاص؟ Our armies will not extend past our borders.
Why confine ourselves when we can let others in, give them what we have, and make use of them? If we stretch out our arms, no one would ever dare challenge us.
You consider that maybe all these people and all these lands you seek don't want expansion into their territories? Have you ever thought that maybe they don't want to be used by you? What I'm hearing is that you want to conquer them.
It isn't conquering, it's liberating.
Lamaho, when you force your generous hand on the whole world around Egypt, regardless of whether or not anyone asked, they'll grow to resent us and overpower us. وساعتها اللي هيحصل في مصر.
You're willingly allowing yourself to be crippled with fear. Was your sense of ambition, your vision?
My priority as God of life is to keep our people safe. Provoking others and waging wars against them is not in our best interests.
Last I checked, I was the god of war and foreigners keeping Egypt safe while you enjoyed the comfort of your halls. What gives you the right to decide what's good for our people?
The right of rulership! We each have our roles to play. You're charged with the defense of the lands. And my duty is to govern them.
واضح إن في حاجات بتتقدر أكتر من التانية.
All roles contribute to this country's well-being. الدنيا بردت. We should probably head home. We'll see it Anubis' birthday.
They insult me and then expect me to attend a birthday party. I'll go sit.
هو أنت بتعمل كده ليه؟ They were trying to be kind.
I don't need their pity.
They don't pity you, they admire you.
باين عليه.
سات في إيه؟
مفيش حاجة.
You've been different since you came home. أنا عارفة إن أنت دايماً بترجع تعبان بس المرة دي في حاجة متغيرة. You don't look at me the way you used to. You don't smile, you don't sleep.
I've had a lot on my mind.
طب ما تقولي. I'm your wife, don't you trust me?
انتي فاكراني نايمة على وداني؟ I see the way you are with Osiris. The smiles you exchange, the warmth.
He's the father of my child. عايزني أعمل إيه؟
Oh, مفيش لازم تفكريني. It's bad enough that I have to see his face all the time, like a constant reminder of my... بقول لك إيه خلاص.
لا. Let's talk about this. I know you wanted to have a child, but we've tried many times with no success. مفيش حاجة ممكن نعملها. So why waste any energy in sulking over it?
عشان هو عنده كل حاجة. كل حاجة. Power, praise, a son. He sits there on his sacred throne while I fight to the death in the deserts of our country. Why? Because of these roles, these rules, this structure. The only reason he's king is because of some predetermined law that favors the eldest brother. He's never earned it. If it were up to me...
But it's not up to you! I know you feel betrayed by your brother. There were times when I felt the same way about Isis. بس في حاجات مش مكتوبة لنا. And we have to accept that and find joy in what we have.
And what if I refuse?
Then you'll never be at peace. You always feel a war inside you that you can't escape.
I've been at war with myself for many years now. مش فارقة.
You want to hold on to the resentment you have for Osiris, fine. But he is the king, and he is entitled to your respect.
Osiris, the king who brought us peace and security. Long may he reign.
حاجة مش مظبوطة. Osiris, could you? Yes, thank you.
You're stressed.
ده عيد ميلاد أنوبس يعني of course I'm stressed.
عيد ميلاد أنوبس بيجي كل سنة يعني.
لا, this one is his 14th. He's becoming a man.
I know. It terrifies me how fast he's growing up. Thank you for taking the lead on this. I appreciate it.
Anubis may be my nephew, but I still think of him as a son. He holds a special place in my heart.
Well, I hope there's room in there for our child when we have it someday.
Don't worry, there's plenty.
If it isn't the man of the hour!
ايسس المكان شكله تحفة.
وأنا عندي كام أنوبس يعني. اتفضل.
جبت لكم بيرة. And before anyone asks, no goddesses were injured in the making of this beverage.
لا طب احنا ندوق بقى.
انت تنسى خالص.
بابا تقف معانا شوية.
Today marks his coming of age. ممكن نشرب شوية.
شوية.
Thank you.
أي خدمة.
ايه الحلاوة دي يا طنط؟
يا سلام. طالع رومانسي زي أبوك.
انت هتقولي لي؟ ما دي المصيبة. بس خير يعني يا حبيبي. مش شايفة روج على قفاك النهاردة، انت كويس؟
Thank you, Anubis. I'm glad you agreed to be with us here today.
جت عشان خاطرك بس يا طنط.
طنط؟ طنط تاني؟ طنط في عينك.
قصدي ايسس معلش البيرة بقى.
هعديها لك بس عشان عيد ميلادك ها؟
While I have you all here, I'd like to make an announcement. In honor of Anubis' birthday, Thoth has made the kind gesture of presenting our family with gifts.
Ah, and does the moon god have something for me?
He does. The goddess of healing and magic. He presents the wings of Egypt. You shielded and guided your people for years. Let this be a reminder of the good work you've done.
It's beautiful. Please extend my thanks.
To the goddess of lamentation, he offers a symbol, the kite.
The bird of morning.
Those who pass on from this life are kept in our memory thanks to you. It's just a small token of gratitude.
طب وانا؟
Wait your turn!
Saving me for last. I see where this is going.
To the god of the deserts, he offers a scepter, an heirloom symbolizing control over chaos.
Is this his way of trying to rein me in?
It's a reminder of the power you have at your disposal and the restraint you are capable of.
مش فارقة بس ماشي.
Anubis!
Let's do it, baby.
Today, you assume full responsibility as god of the dead. In light of this, Thoth has seen it fit to present you with this gift.
كل ده عشان حتة قماشة؟
مش أي قماشة يا حمار، ده كتان. A special kind the deities have been experimenting with.
جامد. اشمعنى الكتاني يعني؟
عشان أنا طلبت منهم. Do you remember that new task I gave you while we were talking about your duties?
presiding over funeral rituals حاجة كده؟
ركز معايا. You asked me if there was a way we could preserve the bodies of our people and help them cross over into the afterlife.
Yes, I thought our people could use some more
Dignification?
dignification, yes. I wanted our people to have a more dignified way of dying.
Apparently this linen should do the trick. هو أنت شربت كام بيرة؟
What did the moon god give you, Osiris?
A crook and a flail. The crook guides me to keep my people close, and the flail to restrain them when necessary.
A fitting gift for a great ruler.
An ironic gift, one might say. You know, your great ruler needed a lot of flailing as a kid. Oh, I'm just saying. أصل هو كان متدلع قوي هو الصغير. He was the eldest brother after all, and everybody's attention was always on him. And no matter what kind of trouble he got himself into, he always found a way to sweet talk his way out of it. ولا إيه يا Osiris?
Children make all kinds of mistakes, and then they grow up.
Yes, and mistakes have consequences. We all have our reasons for behaving the way that we do, and I think it's important that we all understand and accept that, especially as a family. بمناسبة الهدايا أنا جبت لكم واحدة بس هي تقيلة شوية فنف أنوبس ممكن تساعدوني؟
اكيد.
I don't like the way he speaks to you.
معرف بس اليومين دول. I'll come around.
He's arrogant, entitled, and rude.
عايزاني اعمل ايه يعني؟ اقول لاخويا ان he's no longer welcome in the family home?
عايزك تبطل تيجي على نفسك عشان خاطر الناس اللي حواليك. بذمتك كده. When was the last time you took a break from all of this? You can't even remember, can you?
It's been a busy time.
أنا قلقانة عليك. We're the leaders of this country. And the people need you right now. You're no use to them when you're drained. أنت تعبان, I can see it in your face.
Are you calling me unattractive, Aset?
I'm saying you need a break. And using my real name isn't gonna help you sweet talk your way out of this, Usir. Why can't we just go away? Spend the night by the Nile, flying beneath the sky.
You are aware that my mother is the goddess of the sky, right? أنا مش عارف انتي موقفك ايه من حاجة زي كده، بس أنا عن نفسي ما أحبش إن هي تشوفنا في وضع زي ده.
صح. نيت في كل حتة. Some other way then. Promise me.
I promise.
My gift has arrived.
ايه يا عم الدولاب اللي انت داخل علينا بيه ده؟
مش دولاب. A coffin. A special decoration, but also a game. Whoever can fit perfectly within the confines of this coffin takes it home as a gift. This priceless memento mori will be yours, but only if it fits you like a glove.
انت مخلينا نشيل بتاع ده كله على قلبنا عشان لعبة؟
بالظبط كده. مين عايز يجرب القهوة؟
اظن كبرنا على لعب العيال ده بقى ولا ايه؟
مش انت كنتي عايزاني افك شوية؟ خليني بسمع كلامك اهو.
فكرة لذيذة الصراحة.
ماشي يا عم جرب حظك.
You can twist and turn all you want, it's not gonna work.
استنى بس. All right. Fine. This game is rigged على فكرة.
اظن دوري انا بقى.
تنوري.
كنت حاسة.
My queen.
يا مسهل.
يا خسارة. Well, looks like it's just you left, brother.
This seems a bit juvenile.
يلا بقى بلاش رخامة. We haven't played a game in ages, brother. Be a good sport for old time's sake. ولا أنت أحسن مننا في حاجة.
ماشي. It looks like I win.
Sure does seem that way, doesn't it? I didn't think this would work. Really, I didn't. I guess I gave you too much credit, brother.
أنت بتعمل إيه؟
I truly do regret having to do this, but time is of the essence. Give the Nile my blessings, brother.
Osiris! Where'd they go?
No, he couldn't have. No, that wouldn't.
Osiris!
It has to be a trick.
Where'd they go, Nev?
معرفش.
Anubis, can you see where they went?
I can't see anything.
I hear you. Where is he?
Isis, what do you hear? Isis!
in the Nile.
قربنا من ايه? What do you hear?
The deities, they're speaking.
What are they saying? ISIS!
ما فيش وقت, we need to save
Then
him.
tell me how to help you.
Go look for him, then Dara will I head to the sea. The more ground we cover, the faster we can find him.
What about me?
I know you want to help and I love you for it, but if you get lost in the storm, we'll have to look for you too. We can't risk that.
My father's in danger. ما ينفعش اعطينه ما اعملش حاجة.
هتعمل. You'll be keeping an eye out for Set.
Stay safe. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Go now while you still have the light. Follow the stars, Newt will show you the way.
Save Osiris.
He passes into the mouth of the sea. Biblis.
By the shore.
He rests there in the hollow.
Isis!
I've come to take you home.
I'm not coming with you this time.
What do you mean? There's no time to lose, isn't it?
Naini, I need to tell you something.
You can tell me once we're back.
I'm not going back. Not in the way you think.
Stop speaking in riddles. This isn't like you.
You need to understand that things have changed.
Your people need you right now. لما نرجع قولي اللي انت عايزه. We'll even get away like we talked about. Just help me take you there.
The deities will help you find your way home. But once you're there, you'll need to make a plan.
أنا مش هعمل حاجة لوحدي. I didn't agree to do this on my own.
Kings and queens bear heavy burdens. Things won't always go the way we expect.
But we have plans, a future with children.
You have a child, a son.
You're pale.
We'll win back Egypt and restore order.
You're not actually here, are you?
Did you find him?
Finn Bob. Where is he?
He was trapped in the coffin, under the water, and he's gone, Anubis.
My father's a god. He can't die.
Anubis.
Don't say my name like that. Not with that tone. If this is some kind of twisted game.
I wish it was.
I don't believe you.
He loved you so much. Surely he did.
Stop.
More than anything.
I said stop.
More than his own life.
No, he's not dead. He can't be.
I promise you we're gonna make things right. Set will pay for this.
Hurting Set won't bring back Osiris.
No, it won't. But there needs to be justice.
And there will be. But if you take up arms against Set and use violence to defeat him, you're no different. You'll just be repeating the same cycle, the same mistakes.
You're protecting him? بعد كل حاجة عملها؟
لا يا Isis, I'm trying to help you see things clearly. انتي مش شايفة قدامك دلوقتي and if you act on these irrational thoughts, you will live to regret it.
Stop talking to me like you feel my pain. انتي مش فاهمة حاجة.
انتي فاكرة ان دي حاجة سهلة? Accepting that the man I married is capable of all this.
You didn't lose your husband.
انتي نسيتي Osiris كان ايه بالنسبة لي? I lost someone today too. All three of us did. I am not telling you to let Set get away with this. He will answer for his crime. But not like this. لازم يبقى في طريقة تانية.
في حاجة أنا ممكن أعملها.
هتعملي إيه؟
I'm gonna bring him back.
Isis!
It won't be easy. And I'll need the support of the deities. Set broke the balance by killing his brother. إحنا ممكن نستغل ده.
إزاي؟
The linen he gave Anubis. It can preserve bodies and facilitate the soul's passage into the afterlife. If we can complete this ritual, I can use my magic to bring him back to us. It's set. He's found us. Anubis, you need to take the coffin and get out of here.
Khaliga, I'm not running from him.
ده مش وقت.
You need to get your father to safety. Go to the death hut, we'll buy some time. يلا روح.
Looking pale, Isis. كأنك شفتي عفريت.
You treasonous snake.
Is that how you would speak to your new king?
You are no king of mine.
You killed him. Your own brother.
Yes. And I took his crown.
Have you no remorse?
None. Osiris was short-sighted, foolish. I needed to take matters into my own hands.
هو أنت اتجننت؟
It was the only way to fix things.
You think that because all you understand is chaos and war. Your mind's so consumed by violence. They've been made blind to everything that matters. Hide behind your excuses as much as you want. But I can see the truth behind your actions.
And what truth might that be?
With every battle you've won, you've grown more sure of yourself and your right to power, letting your envy get the better of you. You think you're so powerful, when in reality, you've made yourself a slave of your own desires.
Careful now.
You should have never competed for all that wasn't yours.
Isis.
That was your mistake.
Isis!
The only mistake I made was underestimating your sense of desperation. I should have known you'd find your husband after pursuing him like a lost dog. Ulili ba? Umol fin, Osiris?
Somewhere the ungodly can't touch him.
That's bold of you, Isis. You know, I can't help but notice that Anubis isn't here. He didn't run off, did he? Oh, yeah. The king's only living son suddenly skips town the day I take the crown?
ابني مالوش دعوة. If you think you can lay a finger
Oh,
on
but
it.
I can, Nef! But let me sick. We wouldn't want another coffin in the Nile.
لو قربت له أنا هقتلك.
You think you can cut me down? Then by all means, let your rage take control. We both know that you want to deep down.
Don't listen to him.
All it takes is one spell. You know the words. مستنية ايه؟ Do it! أنا قلت كده برضه.
You will never be able to come back from this. What you've done is unforgivable.
A king does not seek forgiveness from his subjects.
He threatened Anubis. Isis لو حصل له حاجة.
محدش هيقرب له, I promise you. But we need to act fast before Set tries anything. I need the lotus flower for the resurrection spell. قلت لك تجيبي لي واحدة قبل كده, أنت فاكرة؟
فاكرة. I know where we can get it.
كل ده بسببي. لو بس كنتش فاهمني اللعبة المتخلفة دي. بس أنا اللي صممت. أنا آسف. بس I promise you إني هصلح كل حاجة. I'll make Seth pay for what he did to you. And I'll make sure you do everything that's needed to bring you back. Then we can be a family again.
أنوبس. أنت كويس؟
I'm fine. Nice.
She went to get the lotus for her spell.
ما رحتش معاه ليه؟
كانش ينفع أسيبك هنا لوحدك. How much longer until the ritual is complete?
I'm almost done. I just need a bit more time.
If it isn't an old family reunion. I'd have to say your persistence is admirable. ومستفز.
Show yourself, you coward!
The only coward here is the one who ran away. Your father would be ashamed, Anubis.
I didn't run!
Then again, even he had his moments of weakness. You should have seen the way he cried out when he drowned.
He's taunting you, don't listen to him.
He begged me to save his life, pleaded with me to spare him for yours.
Shut up!
But it wasn't enough to save.
I'll kill you!
Then go on, Anubis! Come and get me!
Anubis!
Like a baby jackal hunting a falcon. Plata, no, to say, Abu.
Seth, please. He's my son.
Oh, you're pleading with me now. It wasn't a moment ago you were threatening me.
Anubis is innocent. هو ما عملش حاجة.
That is حقيقي. I recall several occasions of him exhibiting blatant disrespect towards me. حاجته إيه بقى?
He's a child.
Right now, he's leverage. You're planning something, and I want to know what it is.
We're not planning anything. Enough with the games.
In all the years that I've known you, Neff, you've never been a good liar. If you're holding on to Osiris so tightly, you must be hiding something up your sleeves. قولي لي بقى ناويين على ايه؟
بس اسكت ولا هتحصل ابوك.
سيبه بقى.
مش هسيبه غير لما تقولي لي ناويين على ايه.
Do I have to count down? 3, 2, 1.
بس أنا هقول لك. We're creating a resurrection spell.
You want to bring Osiris back. And to think you were this close.
You got what you wanted now. Now hand him over.
لا مش بالساهل كده. You still have the coffin. And I'm not about to let you resurrect my brother and force me to surrender the crown. اختاري. Osiris ولا Anubis?
Even for you said that's desperate.
Decide. أنا خلقي ضيق.
Isis. Fine. Have it your way then.
عشان تبقوا تفتكروا إن كلكم تحت رحمتي.
We've lost.
Not yet. تعال.
For years, I'd dream of all the awful ways I could kill you. The days that you'd sit across from me and smile. I'd think about what it would feel like to watch that grin wash off your face. To see the light in your eyes fade away as you begin to realize your time is up. Liberation, at last. But even in death, you're like a thorn in my side. You're like a plague that refuses to be wiped out when it's hit. No matter what I do, they'll never love me the way that they loved you. If fear is the only way I can gain respect, then so be it!
There's a storm coming.
You wanted Egypt to unite and prosper, brother! هادي حلمك اتحقق!
Did you see that?
Your body will feed our lands and keep them rich with life!
ايه ده؟
You will scatter in the wind!
Anubis غمض عينيك.
And never again will you stand in my way!
ما تبصش.
Is this your great plan set? فاكر إن ده هيوقفني؟
رايحة فين؟
The plan hasn't changed. Osiris will come back.
After this, there's no coming back.
Zach can play whatever games he wants. ده مش هيوقفنا. I have the Lotus, and my magic is powerful enough to bring him back, even from
This
this.
seems impossible.
لو انت واثقة فيا هتعملي اللي بقولك عليه. Collect any pieces you find and bring them to me. Anubis, stay close to your mother and take my spell book. Use whatever spells you need to keep set at bay. لو قرب لك انت لازم تدافع عن نفسك.
طب انتي هتعملي ايه؟
I'm gonna find what I can and start the resurrection.
Osiris is scattered across the lands of Egypt. The first base is near in the central delta.
Another is by the eastern sea.
Good. Onto the northern coast.
Now in Upper Egypt by the border.
Almost done. Now to safety. Take what you found and begin. Gently. Everything must be perfectly in place. Precisely.
There's a piece missing.
Your heir cannot come into this world without it.
I'm a goddess. I'll improvise. I call upon the council of deities. Has the great Narmer, our first pharaoh, marked the beginning of a new world? I ask you to let my husband mark the start of another. Let him find himself amongst greats before him, as we find ourselves as ones we've lost. Bless this body with new life.
His soul must be mended. He will live again, but for a short time.
I understand.
Then prepare.
Set.
Osir, you're actually here this time. You're alive.
I am.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I could only turn back time.
ما كانش بإيدك. What Seth did was his choice. You had no role to play in that.
I could have saved you.
You already did. Even when I was lost in the Nile, انتي لقيتيني. When Seth took me apart, you found every piece of me and put me back together. بسببك انتي. My body can rest with dignity. انتي اللي عملتي كده.
بس بعد إيه؟
You're not a master of time. None of us are. We do what we can with the time that's given to us. وانتي عملتي كل اللي تقدري عليه والزيادة.
واللي هيحصل دلوقتي؟
Ra has asked me to resume my duties in the afterlife and rule over the dead.
But my magic.
It will last us a while. We've been given the time we need to create an heir.
إيديك. They're getting cold again.
Yes, I can feel myself slipping away, بس مش وقته دلوقتي. I made you a promise, remember? It's about time I keep it.
Then let's not waste any more time.
The younger brother climbs up the ladder at last.
The Michelle. You can't be.
Why'd you do it?
You were weak. You held us back.
انت لسه بتضحك على نفسك.
دي الحقيقة. A new realm of possibilities is now open to us. Our empire will grow, and we'll have more power, wealth, and lands than any of us had ever dreamed.
And who will you share them with? What's حواليك? There's nobody here. انت خسرت كل حاجة. All because of your greed. Was it worth it, brother?
Don't call me that! You lost your right to call me family the moment you wore that crown.
على أساس إن it's my fault you've become what you are. I pity you, brother. You had so much to be grateful for, بس أنت اخترت الحاجة الوحيدة اللي مش عندك, and you let it control you. So tell me, Set, مين فينا ضعيف دلوقتي?
Shut up!
You got what you were after. You chose power over love. مش ده اللي أنت كنت عايزه?
Get out of my head!
If only you could see what you've become.
This is one of Isis's magic tricks, isn't it? Sending an illusion of my brother to torture me.
No, Set. This was all you.
Stay back. I've killed you once before, and I'm an Adeni.
It's over, Set. You've lost.
I said stay back.
انت ليه مش راضي تفهم? You'll never be able to kill me.
Why won't you die?
As long as I'm remembered, a piece of me will always remain. I'll never leave you.
Then I'll just have to kill them all!
بتعمل ايه؟
Reading Isis spellbook.
When did you learn to read that?
قبل عيد ميلادي بكام يوم. Isis wanted me to be ready.
I see. كانت بتاخده معاها في كل حتة. مرة واحنا صغيرين سرقته منها ما فهمتش منه ولا كلمة. زهقت ورجعته لها.
Were you ever jealous of her?
شوية. بس لما كبرت I realized I didn't need magic to be special. Each of us is born different and that's what makes us unique. But jealousy can consume you and destroy the relationships you have with the people you love most. Find anything useful in that?
Yes, a few things. Do you think we'll ever find a way out of this nightmare?
I do. Nightmares are terrifying, but they always come to an end. Sandstorms, floods, wars, they're horrible and they cause great pain. But they never last.
مش حاجة ترجع زي الأول.
يا حبيبي كان نفسي أقول لك غير كده. I wish I could erase everything that's ever hurt you and take us back to when you were just a child. But the world has different plans. The truth is, these scars will remain with you. They will remind you of your pain, but also of your strength. While we can't choose our struggles, we can choose how we come out of them. Look at me. Whatever happens, always remember that you will make it through.
And what if I forget?
The ones who love you will remind you.
And what happens when I lose everyone who loves me? زي ما خسرت بابا.
Their voices will forever live on inside you. You see, death isn't the end. Even when we lose the people we love, they continue to guide us. Hold on to the memory of them and they will never leave you.
I hope I make him proud.
You already do.
I looked for you everywhere at my coronation, but you were nowhere to be found. It's time to come home now.
She's not going anywhere with you.
I know we've had a disagreement. بس لو اديتني فرصة أفهمك.
تفهمني إيه؟ You threatened my son, held a knife to his throat.
That was necessary.
For what, tearing Osiris apart?
هو أنت ما بتزهقوش؟
Chasing after his ghost like a flock of sheep, breathing life into his name. All you had to do was move on.
بس إزاي؟ برضه مش عارف أخلص منه. Why can't you see the good in what I've done? I've given us everything. I know this got crazy, but we can fix things. We can forget about the past and move on together as a family.
Family! أنت فاكر you can walk in here and offer us peace بعد اللي عملته? How does it feel set to lose your breath as though you were drowning, just like my father when you left him to die? But unlike him, you won't be going to the afterlife. Your heart weighs too heavy of sin.
I'm going to...
What? Kill me? Are you that arrogant set that you threaten me of you on your knees?
أنوبس كفاية.
I could take your life right now if I wanted to. With a snap of my fingers, I could end you for good.
قلت لك كفاية.
Wait a second. He hurt us. He tore our family apart. Why shouldn't I end him right now, right here?
Because you're not him. You're my son. Don't let this be what defines you. I know how much you hurt us, بس ده مش أنت.
Remember, you chose this.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Did the plan work?
بس مش بالظبط. Osiris has been asked to rule in the afterlife.
طب كان لازمته ايه اللي احنا ما نفيش can end up there anyway.
عشان دلوقتي we have hope.
What hope? Sex king البلد كلها تحت رحمته.
He won't be king for long. The son of Osiris will take his place.
I'm an illegitimate son. I don't have any right to the throne.
No, you don't. But your brother does.
My brother?
Isis and T.
Oh, I'm pregnant. Before he left for the underworld, Osiris and I conceived an heir.
You didn't even get to say goodbye.
There's no need.
Okay.
Osiris wants you to help him rule over the dead. You'll be crossing between both worlds and ensuring safe passage for any souls that depart. هو ظبط كل حاجة. You start tomorrow.
I'll see father again?
Oh, we'll work closely with him too. You'll be the bridge between the living and the dead.
But what about Set?
It's your brother's destiny to defeat him and become king. He'll learn from the mistakes of those who came before him. And he'll lead Egypt into a better future.
But that will take years. Set لما يعرف
أنا عارف. Anubis will get to meet his little brother. And we'll win our home back. بس لحد ما ده يحصل أنا لازم أختفي.
هتروحي فين؟
Somewhere Set can't reach us. We'll hide in the marshes of the Nile until the boy comes of age.
خلي بالك من نفسك.
I know this hasn't been easy for me. Seeing Set become what he is.
The Set I married is dead. He has been for a long time. ابنك هتسميه ايه؟
لسه ما فكرتش. It would have to be a name fit for a king.
So then call him Anubis, the second.
بذمتك ده اسم ملك. His name should be distinct. ايه رأيك في توت؟
You tell Zari?
ايه it's unique.
Yes, uniquely bad.
The prophecy is clear.
His left eye will be the moon.
His right eye, the sun, to heal our country and give it hope as we look to the horizon.
The next 9 months will be long. But I can't wait for the world to finally meet you. Horus.